everybody and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I decided to go through a few products that I have repurchased myself, or I am planning to repurchase as soon as I've finished using it up. Like, used it all up and it's all gone, just because I thought, I don't know, it's just some of my recommendations. There's like a mixture of things I've been wearing for quite a few years and a mixture of a few things that I have recently got that I really love. I'm going to be showing you the products and applying them as I show you, and I do have to say it is not going to be a full face just because that will be such a long video, and there are products that I don't plan on repurchasing that I'm using currently, so the bits I'm showing you are what I have or are planning to rebuy. I've made it sound so long, my apologies. But before we begin, please do subscribe if you are new here, and if you do like this video then please do like this video, and let's get on with today's video. So my face is kind of bare at the moment. I've only put on a few products just to start with. So I have the Benefit Professional Primer on at the moment, and I also have the NYX Micro Brow Pencil on my eyes. But on to my first product, and this one is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. Of course, this is my second concealer that I've used of the Maybelline Fit Me ones, and this is actually in a different shade because I got it when I was in Spain, and so I was slightly less pale at that point, but it still works pretty fine. And I think the reason why I love it so much is that it's not too heavy, but it also gives a little bit of coverage. Well, not a little bit, it gives you coverage without feeling really heavy. So this one, the shade has rubbed off, but I believe it is in the shade 08, I believe. My usual shade is in 06. I've come a bit closer just so you can see everything, so apologies for the jump scare, but this is the concealer. It matches me very well, so yay for that, because I do have quite a bit of difficulty with that prior to finding this. And I do use this concealer for both everyday makeup and also for when I do my makeup looks, and it is very handy for my makeup looks because of this stick, so I can get into like all the crevices I need that I may not be able to get to with a face of colourful makeup. I like to put some on my eyes as well because it just makes everything a base really for everything else. I do believe that this product is around, I think, $6.99, so it's not too much of a hefty price, especially compared to everything you see nowadays. I'm not quite sure if that is the price, but I'll have it up on the screen for you, of course. But I have found that this has been one of the best ones I have tried. So like I said before, it isn't too heavy on my skin because I really don't like the feeling of being able to feel things on my skin, and it's very light, which I honestly didn't expect when I first bought this and wanted to try it. So as I said, this is my second time that I've bought this concealer, and I do have one more ready in my drawer just because it was a 3 for 2. So I got 2 concealers and I got I believe it was a mascara? I'm not quite sure, but it's always handy if you wanted to try a few different things, or if you wanted to get multiple and stock up, especially if it's a 3 for 2. But yeah, I don't experience too much creasing. I do sometimes get it where you can see it on my eyes, but that's because I have really oily eyelids and literally nothing can tame my eyelid oil, so I don't really mind that. But yeah, I find that it does last quite a long time. It's just so good. I'd say maybe the only problems I could have with it is that sometimes I do have to go in with a second coat on some spots. I don't really think that's the concealer's fault. I think that's just because that's a me problem. I think I just go generally around my face, and so it just blends it all out into around my face. So as long as you're precise and you're not like me, then it's absolutely perfect. I mean, it already is perfect. It's perfect for me. I have absolutely no complaints about that concealer. Just need to quickly powder my under eyes. And I am using this Rimmel Stay Matte powder, and if you asked me, I'd say probably about 3-ish, maybe 5 months ago, I would have included this in this video, because as you can see, it looks absolutely destroyed, and I have been repurchasing this since I was about since I started makeup, and it has usually been my go-to, but I have since discovered the collection powder, the pressed powder, and I bought that the other day. I haven't tried it just yet, just because I'm going to use this Rimmel powder, but I just thought I'd give it a go, just because I am really oily and I have to keep packing this on, and it breaks a lot, which I am fed up of. So I decided to give it a go, and also because it was quite a bit cheaper, so everywhere we can save a little bit of money just helps a lot. But yeah, that was not a part of my list. So the first one was the concealer. So the concealer I have rebought, but this next product I am planning on rebuying as soon as I'm finished with it. And I do have to say, it is lasting a very long time. Please ignore my scuffy fingerprints, but this is the NYX matte bronzer, and I have it in the shade medium. And I did receive this off the NYX Addict app. Just in case you don't know about that, it is an app where you can share your own opinions and get close with other community members who also quite like NYX, and you also have a chance of receiving a few things for you to test, like this. It's in 2 parts at the moment just because I love it and use it so much, but just like this NYX bronzer I was sent to try. So I'm not sponsored or anything, but I just thought it's so good, and honestly, they treat me so well. This is my next product. I have absolutely loved using this product. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm slowly starting to hit the bottom of the pan. I know, it's a very sad moment, but you don't even need a lot of product, and you just plonk it there and you get a nice natural bronze. And I'm not quite sure if you can see it on camera, just because with the lighting and with my camera not being the best of quality. I mean, it's decent quality, not fully. But anyway, it's just a nice natural bronze that I really like, and I think it's so nice. And again, just like the concealer, I do use this for my everyday makeup and also for when I am doing makeup looks. One thing I like about this as well is that you can use it everywhere, and I'll show you what I mean in just a moment, as soon as I'm done bronzing my face and doing my nose contourish. Yeah. It just gives me some warmth that I don't have genetically. So with this bronzer, I don't know if you've been picking up on what I've been saying, but I've had it for quite a while, and it has been lasting me for so long. And as I said, you only need a tiny bit and you get a nice bronzed face, and it is so easy to blend. Yeah, you don't need to be at it for hours just to blend it. It blends so seamlessly, and it is very pigmented, which I quite like, but not annoyingly so where you can't even put a little dab on and it's all over your face. So I think it complements me quite well, and I think if you were to give it a go, you would understand what I mean. I do think this costs around, I think it's £8-ish, which is usually quite a bit more than what I would go for. If it is, I'm not completely sure. I'd say it's definitely worth it because it does last such a long time, and you do get quite a lot of product with it, and also you get a mirror, which is pretty handy. So then if you just, you know, need to give yourself a bit more of a bronze in public, there you go, there's a mirror. So this is what I was saying about the multi-use. So I got some on my eye, and I like to use it as either like a crease colour or an outer crease. I don't know what you would call it, but I do like to put it on my eyes, around my eyes, and as I said, I like to use it a lot as a crease, like a blending colour, so it's just very nice. I'll wax some underneath as well. See, can you see the difference? I think it just goes so nicely together, especially with the bronzed face, so you don't get like gaunt eyes, if you know what I mean. I did this a lot in the summer, and I do it quite a lot now as well, because I suppose depending on the season, I like to whack a bit of shimmer here, so I like to use my NYX Jumbo highlighting stick, or just a bit of shimmer, different colour shimmer. I don't really know what else to say. Yeah, it's just a nice little base for whatever eye makeup you want to do. So that is the face products all done. So we had the concealer and the bronzer, and now the rest are eyes and lips. So spoiler alert, I'm not going to be using this next one today just because I don't fancy doing it, but I thought I'd give it a mention just because it is my holy grail. Because you know what it's gonna be. So this is the Glisten Cosmetic wet liners. They have just been a godsend. I have used them near enough every single day since I bought them, and I have repurchased this quite a few times, so it is definitely one of the ones I have rebought. I will continue to rebuy. So I don't know if you've seen my Glistening Cosmetics video, I'll leave it linked around here somewhere, and I have bought 3-ish different palettes, so you know that I do like it. I don't like to waste my money, but I have bought 3 of these. And also I did buy the Glisten Advent Calendar, and I have some plans for that, so stay tuned, maybe for December. I've got some things I'm doing with that. To put it bluntly, I rely heavily on these when I'm doing my creative makeup looks, and they're so easy. And it's if you don't have much experience with these liners, they're kind of like a mixture of eyeliner and face paint in a way. So you don't have to just use them in certain places. There's a couple of times where I've used, like, not this one in particular, but different colours on my whole face. They're so easy to wash off, but not too easy to come off that it comes off throughout the day. It stays on. They are such lovely colours, and if you get a different variety just like this one, you can make such a wide variety of colours that aren't even here, if you get what I mean. So if you mix the middle of this but add a bit more on one side, then you've created a whole new different shade. It's so handy having it, and it does last so long. Like, I've had this 2 years perhaps. I think so, 2 to 3 years I've had this, and look how full it is. I've used this white one so much, and it's still got quite a lot of products left in it. So yes, this is one of my all-time favourite products ever that I've tried, and I do definitely recommend this. And I will probably, I'm not sure if I'll keep buying stuff just because I've got a lot, but when I run out I'll get some more. Okay, so next up on products that I have rebought, and I have been rebuying this since I was, I don't know, I'd say probably 15-ish. So it's been quite, what, maybe 7 years I've been buying this. And this is the NYX Epic Ink Liner in the shade Black. And again, I have been using this for such a long time. It is one of my all-time favourites. Although it is, again, a little bit on the pricier side. Like I said with the other ones, like with the NYX bronzer, it lasts you for so long. So you don't have to keep rebuying it every like couple of months. It's just so easy to use. And I'd show you this one up close, but it's coming to the end of its life now. So it's a bit dusty and crusty. I'll keep it away over here if I can open it. So yeah, it's I've ruined this to filth. But it's such a lovely and easy to use eyeliner. I'm gonna do it and then I'll talk about it because I can't do it at once. And there we are, that is my eyeliner done. I did it quite quickly, so it might be a bit messy, but that's absolutely fine. So I believe this to be around the £9-ish price tag. And again, I know it is quite a bit of money, but it is definitely worth it in my opinion. It is so pigmented and it is so easy to use, because I have quite a bit of troubles using eyeliner because I like to be a bit heavy-handed with things, and even if I do sometimes go a bit heavy-handed with this, it is so easy to clean it up. And again, not easy enough where it comes off straight away, but nice enough that it won't aggravate me. And this is also waterproof, which I can confirm it is, because when I was younger I did a lot of dancing and I was sweating and it did stay on pretty well. Especially with me, because I rub my eyes a lot. It smudges a little bit, but not enough where I need to like go and top it up and stuff. So yeah, it is very pigmented, as you probably can see from where I did my eyes. I think this is definitely the easiest eyeliner I have ever used and probably will ever use. It's just so easy to create sharp lines. Sometimes I do go a bit overboard, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I've gone really long today, but that's just what I decided to be unconsciously. I will not question it. So the next one I have coming up is also at the end of its lifeline because I've used it down to the bone, and this one is a mascara, and it is the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. Again, like with the eyeliner, I have been using this for so many years. I do play around with different mascaras, so I've dabbled in with Benefit, I've dabbled in with some Rimmel ones, so I have tried a variety of them, but I have always just gone back to this one. I don't know what it is about it. I just think it makes my lashes look so nice, and it helps with the length. Although I do have quite naturally long lashes, sometimes when I have a mascara it just makes them look really spidery and it doesn't give me that volume that I am looking for. That was one of my main things. It's always been one end or another, so it's always either really clumpy or either really sparse and I look like I have spiders instead of eyelashes. Again, I use this for my everyday makeup and for both my creative makeup, like for my TikTok and my Instagram. It just makes my lashes look so nice. I know I could say you can see the difference, but there's always going to be a difference. This says makeup on and this don't, but I just love it. Again, like with the others, it is easy to take off whenever I want it to, but then it's also stuck on my face. Like, I'd be an oily, sweaty mess at the end of the night, but it's still clinging on to my face for dear life. I don't know, it just opens up my eyes so much. And for this one, I'm not sure about the price point for this one because it is a Maybelline product as well. You can pair this with the concealer and you'll get a concealer for free to try. It's always handy to keep an eye out for those deals, especially the Superdrug ones. They do 3 for 2 so much. I don't have to sit here for ages either doing this. One problem I have with quite a few mascaras as well is that because I do have quite long eyelashes, when I go on throughout the day, like I said before, I have really oily lids, so the mascara will transfer onto the top of my eye, so like just under my eyebrow, and so I'll look like a raccoon. And I do have to admit, I do get it sometimes with mascara, but it's quite rare actually, so I'm not fussed with it at all. And there we are, that is the eyes done. I've got one product left and it is a lip product. I bet you can't guess what brand it is. If you don't guess what brand it is, then I'm actually ashamed. No, I'm kidding, that was quite rude, but I talk about this brand all the time, and of course it's gotta be NYX, isn't it? This is the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream, and this precise one is in the shade Rome. Same as the other one. I kind of sound like a broken record, but same as the other products. I have been rebuying this so long, since I was young. It's so nice. It suits me very well. It's so smooth and creamy. You don't feel heavy at all. And what I quite like about this shade in particular is that it's not blinding, or it's not in your face. In a way, it's natural, which I quite like about it. And especially when I was just starting to do makeup, and when I started going out into the streets and I felt like everybody was staring at me, I would use this one just because it's so nice. It is definitely my go-to. I use it no matter what season it is. I use it in the summer, I use it in the winter, autumn, spring, all seasons. Again, I will leave the price for this one around the screen for you. But again, it's so lovely. You can't feel it. It is not a dry-ish feeling on your lips. It's handy. You can put it easy anywhere on your body. I used to keep one in my coat pocket, which godsend. It lasts so long. I once had one last me about 2 years, 2 and a bit years, maybe even 3, but a long time. Even when there's none left on the bottle, there's still quite some left on the wand, and I can still get lots of colour on my lips. It lasts. A lot of NYX things do. I'm noticing a trend. But this is the full face. That is all of my product rebuys, all ones I am planning on rebuying. Let me know if there's any products that you personally rebuy yourself, or ones that you're interested in trying from the ones I've shown today. Once again, please do subscribe if you're new around here. I try to post every single week, and I post near enough every single day on my shorts. And if you did like this video, then please do leave a like. So that is everything, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!